FlimFlam, FlimFlam. FlimFlam, FlimFlam.
Okay, so welcome to FlimFlam, your semi-regular movie review segment, and I'm joined in the studio now with Barbara Kopinski. Good evening, Barbara. How are you?
Very well. Good evening, Stephen.
Why is it that you have such a strange dynamic in your voice? It starts off very sultry, like a telemarketer on...
Do you think I'm being disingenuous when I ask you how you are?
No, it's just that, see, now suddenly you've gone a lot louder. I can't control you.
That phone sex operator thing, you know?
I was going to say a telemarketer on Viagra, but I guess Viagra doesn't really work for women, does it?
I've never tried it.
Is there a female equivalent?
Yeah.
What's it called?
Somebody's tongue, preferably studded and preferably attached to someone hot.
Okay. Well, last week we had lots of news about cock jewellery and medicated condoms, which will increase your sexual performance.
Okay. I heard a story, a goth girl I know had her bag searched by the police and they went through all her sex toys. Do you think that's right or wrong, Stephen?
Well, what was the situation?
Well, it was just she was a goth girl.
No, but I mean, like, was she suspected of carrying drugs?
No, she looked suspicious. She was a bisexual goth girl.
How did she look suspicious?
Well, you know,
we were
she's
talking
got a
about
few
this the other day.
Studs in her ears and her nose and long dark hair, and she's very melancholy. And I think she was in an airport and they went through all her dildos in front of everybody. And there were lots of them. And
you see this all the time. You were telling me there were some railway cops in the Devonshire Tunnel or somewhere terrorising 3 African girls.
That's quite a long time ago,
in hysterics.
Yes.
I never see this. But I don't think it's ever, acceptable to use excessive force. It's just simply that cops sometimes take it a little bit too far. They find it difficult to control certain suspects.
Because we've got lots of nice glossy brochures now, plenty of glow officers.
Yes.
But unfortunately these reports roll in.
Well, glows have nothing to do with it except...
But they don't have to turn up, glow officer.
Well, they wouldn't turn up unless
at
they
3
were
in the
requested.
morning. Well, not even when they're requested. They don't have to turn up. I think
It's
they
annoying.
should have more glow officers and less glossy brochures with statements of principle about how
Can
the
you
police...
hear yourself? Can you please put on some headphones?
Okay.
I like your highlights. You've still got a bit of red in your hair.
I have. But we had a little bit of a bad time at the Sydney Film Festival. I told you I was
the eyelashes.
crying during the film.
Yes.
And I'd had my eyelash implants done and the glue hadn't quite set. So I got the glue in my eye and I had to pull them all off. So at the pole dancing championships I went to on Saturday, my eyelashes were naked. I had to leave early.
Well, it looks as though you've got regular eyelashes now, but there's not a great deal of product.
Right.
Is that because you're just giving your eyes a rest? Have you infected yourself because of your vanity, your diva-esque behaviour?
Well, what happened is my eyes became so irritated, I had to pull all the implants out in a fit of pique. And unfortunately, they took some of my actual eyelashes off. And now I'm trying to grow them by putting baby oil on at night. But I think I'm allergic to that too.
Well, I think you have to be very, very careful with eyes. Baby oil is fine.
You think I should use another product, do you?
I think you should use something which is sterile. And the only thing I can think of is distilled water.
But that won't make your eyelashes grow. But
There's nothing. You can't fertilise your eyelids.
So it was the fault of going to the Sydney Film Festival. Then the eyelashes fell out, and then I went to the pole dancing championships at Luna Park on Saturday.
That would have been jolly.
Though I did feel naked without my eyelashes.
You told me that you were wearing fakes, which fell off halfway.
That's true.
Well, don't edit. Don't make things up, because I've got a mind like a steel trap. I can catch you out. I want all the facts. I don't want any embellishment.
Are you joining the police force, Stephen?
Well, we have heard reports of a short woman in the Cogra area.
Posing as a glow officer.
Yes.
And what was the faux glow officer doing?
She had a spray tan. And she was at a pizza shop next door to a tattoo parlour trying to investigate a criminal motorcycle gang.
But she wasn't a real glow officer.
No, she wasn't.
Which motorcycle gang?
I think it was called the Outlaws, wasn't it?
Not Dykes on Bikes.
They're not really an outlaw motorcycle gang.
No.
They just conduct exhibitions once a year, and that's about it. Well, there's an equivalent group in America. Do you want to know what they're called?
What are they called?
Lesbians on Motorcycle.
I prefer dykes on bikes.
It does have a slightly
Right.
more catchy ring to it, doesn't it?
To it, yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, there was lots of merchandise at the pole dancing championships. Do you know you can buy a skort? Do you know what a skort is?
No, I don't.
What do you think it could be?
Well, maybe it's a little saddle which you fit to the pole.
Wrong. It's
Wrong.
a cross between a skirt and shorts. So that when
So,
you
well,
sort
is
of
it-
open your legs to go hello boys or hello girls, it's ladylike. Can you understand? It's sort of like
So
a
there's
little
bit of
skirt.
So there's something
with a
sewn
little
over
piece
the
of-
crotch.
Yes, that's right.
But I mean, if you didn't want to chuck a vertical smile, as it were, there's no reason to open your legs in the first place.
That's right, Stephen. And there were boys in the pole dancing championship. I'm old-fashioned. I think if the goddess had intended men to dance on the pole, they wouldn't have given them balls to get in the way.
That is the most gender-biased thing
It is.
I have ever
Do you
heard.
think the Anti-Discrimination Commission will be in touch?
I'm going to forward them a copy of this interview
All right.
with my own notes,
Okay.
my own recommendations.
That's a very powerful body.
You'll never work in this town again.
No.
You want to make a film.
That's right. I'm doing a documentary called High Risk about high-risk groups and depression, whether the GLBTI experience of depression is any different than the wider community, a different shade of blue or pink.
Well, environmentally it's different because those LGBT groups don't have the same support.
Yeah, exactly.
BTI groups.
Yeah. So looking
But,
at
you must
depression
realise
from
now
a cultural
that intersex
perspective.
groups actually want to break away from that larger
In
group
the
of
same way I
initials.
want to break away from you.
There's a new set of initials, ISGD, which stands for intersex, sex and or gender diverse. And the people within that collective feel that that includes everyone who doesn't fall neatly into an intersex category.
Right. So what I was going to say, Stephen, is there was a bit of a worrying trend at the pole dancing championships.
With men.
No, it was they wanted the pole dancing to be sporty, that the sort of sexy element wasn't to be played up so much, that it was more sporty. So I'm forming a movement which is put the tees back into striptease.
And take the pop out of the peas, please.
Thank you.
Okay, well, we can try that, but sport has always been sexy, I think.
Well, I think strippers are very talented and wonderful people, and
Well, you got to be fucking athletic to win a pole dancing contest. I mean, it's harder than just about any other discipline within the adult entertainment
yes, but there is a move to
region.
sort of take pole dancing away from its roots, which lie in striptease.
Yeah.
I love striptease, except when you do it, Stephen.
I've never done it. I've never been to a strip show.
Just leave your clothes on, and lucky we're on radio. And on that note, I've got to go.
Can you at least sign off? Can you say thanks?
Thanks, Stephen, and it's been wonderful.
Yeah, it was great. Thanks a lot.